please be upstanding. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause? That was absolutely incredible. And please have a seat. If you have one, sorry guys at the back. Friends and family, welcome to the ceremony. Here I am, yeah, I'm over here. You're like, where is he? It's very busy up here, it's great. We've got all your important people. Welcome to the wedding ceremony of Scarlett and Jacob. My name is Sam Lavery. I'm going to be your celebrant for today. We're going to share some stories about these two great people. There could be some laughs, some tears. It's a wedding that's completely natural. But the best part and what is most exciting is we're going to marry these two great people on this perfect Melbourne day, my God. Now, Scarlett and Jacob would like to thank everyone who is here today. It means the absolute world to them you could be here and share in this occasion. They would like to make mention to all those who have travelled far and wide to be here. It is truly a beautiful thing, and it really reinforces just how attractive an open bar is. So, I'm sure you'll love them a lot too. They would like to send a huge thank you to their fantastic bridal party made up from Maid of Honour Jasmine, Best Man John, bridesmaids Phoebe, Alicia and Sammy, along with groomsmen Noah, Keenan, Jack and Nick. You all look tremendous. A round of applause for these fine folk. Lastly, but not least, Scarlett and Jacob would like to thank and welcome Oma, Ali, our bride's grandma, and acknowledge Scarlett's Pop John, who unfortunately could not be here also. So a round of applause for those people too. Fantastic. With this said, friends and family, I hope you enjoy this ceremony. I've no doubts there's an incredible evening ahead. You all know Scarlett. She's smart, beautiful, a lover of art, Judge Judy, and makeup, pedicures, manicures, and Botox, not necessarily in that order. Then we have Jacob. He's charming, he's handsome, he's all about hitting golf balls at the range, live comedy, and taking the dogs for a walk with Scarlett. These are also facts. So we know both these people are exceptional, but the big question is, how did we end up here? Well, the year was 2020. Bad Boys for Life is topping the box office, and Cardi B has several number one hits. It's a magical time. Now, what else was magical was that these two great people were about to meet. But where did this take place, I hear you ask? Well, this romance started out like most do. A cute little coffee shop. Both Scarlett and Jacob would frequent this coffee shop, but alas, they'd never met until this moment. Their eyes met and Jacob noticed Scarlett was reading a book. He approached her and commented that he was reading that exact same book. None of that's true, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We've got to substitute that for a dating page on Facebook. A few of the bridesmaids here were like, I think he's got the wrong script. This is not good. It was a Facebook page called Ball Bags and Handbags. If you know, you know. It's Facebook's version of Tinder. Anyway, at this time, Scarlett was being selective, browsing through the myriads of potential suitors until one man's profile and message requests stood out. Enter Jacob. Now, Jacob had simply written, "Hey, hard eyes emoji. How are you?" Not necessarily expecting a reply. So when Scarlett responded, he sprung to action. The good news: Jacob jumped out of the conversational blocks with witty and spectacular banter. He was compelling, incredibly interesting and engaging. That's how he remembers it anyway. And after approximately 10 messages, it was decided that they would meet for a coffee that very morning at the home of romance, Werribee Plaza. That's right. They both arrived with some first date nerves. But in fact, Scarlett messaged Jacob just before meeting saying, "By the way, if you're going to kill me, can you please just give me the heads up?" Jacob responded with, "Oh my God, I'm not Ivan Milat," which gave them a good laugh, but also pointed to a mutual love of true crime, something they bonded over. As soon as Scarlett and Jacob met on this fateful day, there was just a comfort with each other. But let's talk about first impressions for a second. For Scarlett, well, additionally to the Ivan Milat reference, she was impressed by Jacob's coffee order, a large caramel latte. That's right, he meant business with this selection, and she respected that. You know, he wasn't ordering a small skinny latte or anything like that. Scarlett was instantly drawn to his energy, his listening ability, his kind eyes, and his laugh. For Jacob, to be honest, he was instantly smitten. He found Scarlett to be absolutely beautiful, charming, funny. In short, he was sold. This date consisted of them walking around Werribee Plaza, taking in the thrills and spills. But then it transitioned to a vehicle-based adventure where they drove in Jacob's car and listened to music, quickly realising they shared a similar taste. Yet Jacob did describe Scarlett's taste in music as more quote-unquote hood rat. Nonetheless, it was another point of mutual interest. They attempted to drive to the beach in the pouring rain. They got lost. It didn't matter. It was just full of laughs and chats. Scarlett and Jacob parted ways knowing they'd discovered something very special. A second date was quickly planned, and it would be whilst enjoying La Paquetta's finest that they established they could be onto a real winner here. From this point, they became inseparable, in turn, official. Within 2 months, they'd moved in together. Dinners, drinks, live comedy, time with friends and family. These dates then extrapolated out to weekends away and then to holidays. For Jacob and Scarlett, they love to get away. Thailand, Sydney, Gold Coast, Bali, just to name a few, with an emphasis on visiting landmark tattoo parlours wherever they go. That is a must. But there is no doubt there is a long list of locations for the future. If you know Scarlett and Jacob, which I assume you do if you're here, and if not, welcome. Not sure how you got here. It's okay. The biggest thing is they've truly grown together as people, whether it's a purchase of their first home, their ever-growing fur baby family, steak and cheesecake date nights, whatever the activity, if they are together, then they are happy. The activity occurring is secondary. Life was good. Scarlett and Jacob were busy with their careers, but Jacob had been scheming. He'd been planning to ask Scarlett a big question. He was just waiting for the perfect time. Now, this opportunity would come on a rainy Melbourne day. Jacob had gone into romantic overdrive and organised a picnic at the iconic Fitzroy Gardens. The good news, the rain stopped as soon as they arrived. Jacob had arranged for a romantic wonderland to be set up consisting of an arch of floral arrangements capped off by rose petals on the ground leading to a beautiful heritage pergola. Scarlett entered this beautiful scene completely taken aback. It was overload for her. There were even 2 ducks eating some of the rose petals, the only bird that Scarlett isn't afraid of. She wondered how Jacob even arranged the ducks to be there. He didn't. It didn't matter. It was all part of it. He asked the big question, with the answer being an emphatic yes, with a sprinkling of happy tears. A wave of elation washed over both of them, maybe a bit of relief for Jacob. His plan had worked. They celebrated at the Grand Hyatt, and they couldn't wait to share this news. It is almost impossible to miss the pure love and adoration Jacob feels for Scarlett. He loves her greatly for the woman she is. He loves that he converted her from vegan to omnivore, maybe his crowning achievement to date. He loves their shared love of music and true crime, but most of all, he loves that he's found the love of his life. Equally, it's easy to see that Scarlett utterly adores Jacob. She loves his sense of humour and his innate ability to make her laugh, even if it's his laugh itself that gets her. She loves their joint passion for their doggos and proclivity for strange interactions with people when at dog parks, which has really become a thing. But the best part, Scarlett gets to spend every day with her best friend. Everyone here today, those that as individuals, Scarlett and Jacob, they're two of the greats. But when in combination, they are truly magnificent, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, I think we should give these two great people a round of applause. What a beginning. Okay, so this is a little surprise. I'm excited for this. It's a surprise for Jacob. So Jacob gave Scarlett a book called Unapologetic Thoughts of a Soulmate. Do you remember this?
No.
Okay. It's not a good start. All right, I'm going to keep going though. This piece is called When I'm Away. When I'm away, I lose all of my energy. When I'm away, I'm flooded by all our memories. From every restaurant date to apologetically running late, sheltering you from every horror film that we watched, to all the plates that we've washed, the long journeys on the road, finishing endless television episodes, witnessing all the animals that have you in awe, showing me the pictures you used to draw, the sand on every beach with every sunset and more, and finding you every time I open the door. When I'm away, I remember every smile, so a minute away from you feels like a while. That's a reading, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it came back to Jacob there, right? We got you in the end. That's good. So, folks, it's now getting serious. We've come to the legals. Now, in accordance with the rules and regulations of the state, I will now provide the celebrant's authority. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence, in the presence of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into. Let me jump around here. For life. All right, there we go. Sorry, that's the end bit. Okay, here we go. With this now presented, Scarlett, do you take Jacob to be your husband to honour and cherish him in times good and bad for the rest of your life?
I do.
It's a great answer. All right, here we go. So, Jacob, I now ask, do you take Scarlett to be your wife to honour and cherish her in times good and bad for the rest of your life?
I do.
It's going very well up here, ladies and gentlemen. Very well. So, we've come to another very special part of the ceremony, the vows. Yeah, now before we do your personalised vows, we'll get the legal ones out of the way. So, all you have to do here, Scarlett, is read these for me.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Scarlett Rose Crowhallen, take thee, Jacob Lee Jones, to be my lawful wedded husband.
Nailed it. That was beautiful. All right, Jacob, you're up.
Yeah, just from I call there in the middle.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Jacob Lee Jones, take thee, Scarlett Rose Gohallen, to be my lawful wedded wife.
Beautifully done. Legal's done, ladies and gentlemen. We can clap that. That's very good news. This is excellent. Oops, sorry. Now, the big question here, folks, as I go over to get one of your vows, is who wants to go first? All right, that's lightning. Well, I'm going to give you the microphone, Jacob.
Thank you. Bugger. Yes. Alright guys, strap in. When we first met, I knew that you were my person. That's why I was prepared to be as persistent as I was. And as I needed to be secure in you as mine forever. The other reason we are here today is because you have shown me what love truly looks like. From support to celebration, from dark times to good, and through chaos and peace. Today, I truly give you everything. My heart, my soul, and my half the bed, I guess. There are a few vows, so listen carefully. I vow to you that I will be here forever and always. I vow to stand by your side through strength and growth and weary. I vow to be your protector in times of uncertainty and our family. I vow to be your safe place to speak. I vow to breathe the calm that brings order when chaos takes over. I vow to let you sleep sideways when needed. And the last one is, I vow to always keep my promises.
We've got a novel, sorry. Jacob, when we met, I knew that there was something special about you. Oh, sorry. Throughout all of the tough times and many battles that have come our way, we have continued to front it together, hand in hand, hearts intertwined, united, without woodies on. The first day we met, there was an instant pull that ended with me driving away smiling like a little girl, a word taught by you now embedded into my language, described as giddy. A feeling that I would later, sorry, I don't have my glasses. A feeling that I would later mark as bad bitch energy, because if I came on too strong, I may not get the opportunity to explore that same magnetism I was drawn to when we met. An indescribable and infinite feeling. Growing up in broken homes meant that we learned to understand and appreciate and hold connections close to us. It became something deeply valued, something we knew had to be cherished, protected and earned. But our love was crafted by communication. When I moved in after knowing you for 8 weeks, it didn't feel like I was moving in with someone I hardly knew, but someone who I was tied to with an atmospheric pull of cherishment that I hadn't ever experienced. So when I moved back home without you after 8 months of living together, my core broke. My heart felt like it was being shattered into a million pieces, because you aren't just my person or my safe place or my home. You're my laughter during the tears, the calm amidst the chaos, and the warmth that beams the room. During those 2 weeks unwillingly apart, I realised that it was more than us being separated by a 30-minute COVID lockdown drive. A big foundation of who we were was temporarily gone, madly and consistently together. A restlessness, indescribable absence, as my happiness and love is with you. All parts of you. I know that throughout your life you have felt misplaced and misunderstood, the black sheep. But all along there was another black sheep that equally felt the same. She didn't have your patience or sensitivity or understanding of commonly known history moments. But you taught and listened without judgment and showed her she was never too much, just wanting to be understood and poured with love. You brought safety to my world when it felt like it was falling apart, and filled our home with a love that I didn't know I was allowed to have. You reciprocated my openness when I felt misunderstood and sang just as loudly by my side without hesitation or fear. You carried us through in the moments that I fell short and brought a kind of love and resilience I never knew I needed. The things you felt make you feel misplaced are the things that make me love you each and every day. Your bouncing energy is irreplaceable. Your sensitivity is compassionate and truly one of a kind. And the switch in conversation without warning keeps my mind young and fresh, proving that we can literally laugh and talk about literally anything until the cows come home. And yes, I'm using the mic to say I want a miniature Highland cow. So my love, my darling, these are my vows to you. A life of love is something that you have been searching for throughout your life. The long periods of uncertainty and uneasiness you faced has been undeserving for you. So I vow to be there 100% for all the moments when you need steadiness and comfort, and to meet you with gentleness, compassion and understanding, even if that means buying the regular barbecue sauce instead of salt reduced. A life of simplicity is something you crave. Embracing the peace that helps you fully recover after stressful moments. So I vow to be the calm in the storm, or bring the calm, not be the calm, bring the calm in the storm, and to limit the shopping excursions I take you on, and to find other ways to express my tactile nature. A life of adventure is something you show on your own, in your own unique way, seeking thrilling moments and new projects, like an indoor golf simulator, but always in a way that makes the most of the time and energy. So I vow to listen, support, and stand by your dreams, even when I don't fully understand them. I will do my best FBI research when needed, and gently encourage you forward when it's time for spontaneity.
I would like to put one more vow in. It wasn't in my vow book. However, it was written down along with that spontaneity. I know all of you here know that Jacob has a little bit of ADHD and ADHD thrives off routine, if you didn't know. So I vow to be as laughing, as fun, and as spontaneous as I can throughout our whole life, baby. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Truly amazing, absolutely beautiful. So, we've come to another very special part of the ceremony, the exchange of the rings. Now, this is John's time to shine. This movement, this is very promising. Beautifully done, John. Round of applause for John. Good job. Was that all just for John? That was just the exchange of the rings, folks, anyway. John, you've got a fan club down there, mate. So, Jacob, if you'd like to go first. And Scarlett, now it's your turn. They both fit. Good job, guys. Scarlett and Jacob, you're both phenomenal people. You've covered so much in your time together. Online beginnings, Werribee Plaza first dates, Bali adventures, first homes together, fur babies, picnic proposals. The list of highlights is a long one, and it just attests to what an absolute triumph your relationship has been so far. This is the start of such a new chapter for you both, and I know that everyone here is thrilled for you and what the future holds. Friends and family, Jacob and Scarlett, by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. So, ladies and gentlemen, and people on the street, no, just for you guys. I'm only talking to you guys. We're going to sign some documentation, and when we return, our newlyweds are going to share their first kiss. So, hang tight. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we're going to sign some things. Thank you very much. All right, folks. So, we've signed some documentation. It's all very exciting. Before I say some magic words and newlyweds are going to share their first kiss, just some basic housekeeping. We're going to do a group photo straight after the ceremony, which will happen in this space here. So you essentially just have to hang out here. Following that, there will be some drinks and refreshments up here too. But otherwise, if you can all please be upstanding. Please make some noise for the first time as a married couple, Scarlett and Jacob. They're married, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for them. All right, keep it going, folks. Here we go.